5 reasons why no nation on Earth wants to fight the A-10 Warthog
The
in a war.
Warthog.
Especially with that sound.
That sounds the best sound. Sounds like a fart. Look at that.
One simply does not mess with the A-10 Thunderbolt and get away with it. Call her the A-10 Thunderbolt, or more affectionately, A-10 Warthog, but the U.S. Air Force Close Air Support Avenger will take a beating and still find a way to shower you with her low-altitude armor-piercing ammo.
Oh my God.
The A-10 is one of the most revered pieces of equipment that our fighting men and women have at their disposal, and its track record proves it. The 30mm GAU-8A cannon that sits on the front of the A-10 with its barrel protruding from the nose is one of the heaviest automatic cannons ever mounted on an aircraft. Since the pilots are protected by titanium armor, which also protects parts of the flight control system, the A-10 can linger longer in the battle zone in all kinds of conditions, including low visibility and darkness. The A-10 Thunderbolt has earned its reputation thanks to the bravery of her pilots and her performance above the battlefield. We're proud to give a little respect back to those who've served our great country and share a few of the reasons why the A-10 Warthog is an aircraft that should never be taken lightly.
The A-10 is one of the most famous and most loved aircraft by the US military. From what I hear it's just like people celebrate when the A-10 flies over. It's like just something they're so proud of.
I would be like, yeah, that's the A-10 right over there.
Like
Get in there, my son.
Yeah, they love it.
1. Armament. Here's the total count. A 30mm GAU-8A cannon, up to 16,000 pounds of mixed ordnance on 8 underwing and 3 under fuselage pylon stations, a 500-pound Mk-82 and 2,000-pound Mk-84 series low-high drag bombs, incendiary cluster bombs, effects munitions, mine-dispensing munitions, an AGM-65 Maverick and AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles, plus a Gatling gun that's specifically designed to fire high-explosive, incendiary, and armor-piercing depleted uranium rounds at a rate of 3,900 rounds per minute. That's
3,900 rounds per minute. Imagine that going into a single human being. Just blow up.
So how much does it hold? If it blows 3,900 per minute?
God, no, you guys, if you know the capacity of the A-10 Warthog of what it could actually hold.
A lot, yeah. Of
route, because obviously if it needs to shoot that much and they're on an all-out war, they have obviously, I'm assuming they would have upgraded it to be able to hold at least like a decent amount to keep going.
Yeah, because 3,900.
That's insane. Those numbers are mind-boggling when you think about it. Wow.
Aircraft with a bad attitude. And you want to shoot at this bad beast? Good luck with that.
He's gone. He stopped driving. Oh my God.
2. Survivability. The A-10 has a honeycomb panel design that makes up the leading edges of the wing and tail, making them more resistant to battle damage. Interestingly, the front landing gear retracts under the wings while still sticking somewhat out of the fuselage, giving the Warthog a way to touch down with its landing gear up. This aircraft can survive multiple direct hits from armor-piercing and high-explosive projectiles, while its self-sealing fuel cells are protected by internal and external foam. Like in 2003, when Captain Kim Campbell successfully brought her Warthog back from a close air support mission near Baghdad, her 75th Fighter Squadron A-10 was hit by ground fire, taking extensive damage to the starboard vertical stabilizer.
That took the damage though. Look at that. Even though it looks like it's pierced through quite a bit, still flying. That's quite mad. How does it still fly when it's like taking so much damage?
It's built with titanium, isn't it? And titanium's meant to be really strong.
Yeah, but still, that's some powerful ammunition that's gone through it.
Yeah.
Horizontal stabilizer,
the wings
aft
fucked,
fuselage, and engine. Upon sustaining the hit, the airplane became uncontrollable, rolling left, nose down. After trying several ways to regain control, she engaged the backup mechanical flight control system. The jet responded, and with some help from her wingman, she landed back at her
lucky.
forward base.
That could have been bad for her.
Three, range. At around 2,580 miles, the Warthog's flight range could get you from New York City to Los Angeles, California.
Damn.
Thanks to two General Electric TF34 GE100 turbofan engines, the aircraft can achieve about 450 miles an hour, or Mach 0.75, making the Thunderbolt fast enough to be ultra-deadly. 4. Support. The A-10 Warthog has immeasurable value to our U.S. troops on the ground and plays a critical role in our military strategy in the Middle East and around the world. Arizona Representative Ruben Gallego said, "I'm glad we were able to keep this fleet fully operational, and I will continue to fight to preserve this aircraft to ensure that the warfighter on the ground gets their air support."
Nice.
The A-10 was specifically designed for close air support missions. Its large and varied ordnance, long loiter time above the battlefield, accurate weapons delivery, and unfriendly field capability are more than well developed to be at the forefront of the ground forces around it. As the U.S. Air Force says, the low-altitude safety and targeting enhancement upgrade provided computerized weapon aiming equipment, an autopilot, and a ground collision warning system, which includes multi-band communications, global positioning system, and inertial navigation system.
The technology on these fighter jets are overwhelming. Like, they do so much. That's why they cost so much, though. Because they're not just a simple chunk of metal put together. Like,
No.
the tech behind them is
Yeah.
unreal.
And just in case your left wing gets battered, there's
you can still
backup
land.
plan.
Yeah, you can still land somehow.
Infrared and electronic countermeasures against air-to-air and air-to-surface threats. In other words, try to shoot at our ground troops, and we will not only shoot back, but unleash hell on you exactly where
Damn.
you stand.
Look at that.
Oh dear.
Still going.
5. Grit. A-10 pilots have night vision capability, inertial navigation systems. 5. A-10 pilots have night vision capability to conduct missions during any hour after dark. The A-10 was also designed with a fast maintenance turnaround time in mind to keep it on the battlefield. Things like damaged wing skins that can be replaced in the field, the cannon creating so much smoke while it's being fired that it looks like a forest fire, and a Gatling gun that fires rounds the size of beer bottles makes the Warthog deserve its moniker, the Cross
Oh
of
my
Death.
God.
Certainly the most important thing to remember is the pilots who fly these winged wonders and the ground crews that maintain them. Our fighting men and women are the real heroes, and the A-10 Thunderbolt is just another tool in the fight for freedom, and a tool that works quite well, thank you. Contemporary Air Force F-15 and F-16 pilots like to joke that A-10s don't have instrument panel clocks, they have calendars. At the time, the Air Force's high-tech fighter faction, which included most of Air Force leadership, considered the twin-engined straight-wing attack airplane an anachronistic dud, unfit to operate in the modern battlefield where it was supposed to kill Russian tanks. Whether you're talking about a sophisticated stealth bomber or flying machine gun, it's never easy to bring a new warplane into being. How the A-10 program survived its first few years is a complicated story. Former A-10 pilot and author Colonel Arden B. Dahl, retired, contends that the Thunderbolt II made it to production by prevailing in two key political battles. Between the maneuverability and the survivability, the A-10 Fleet Fighter Squadron has taken on Operation Enduring Freedom, Desert Storm, and ISIS, wherever they may be.
I love that. So the A-10 proved itself in two major occasions. So even though it's outdated a bit, they're like, we can't get rid of it. Like, it's shown us that we need it. So
But they've had quite a few aircrafts that are really outdated, but they still perform really well.
till this day.
Yeah.
Shows how ahead their military is.
Yeah.
Like, for its time, you know.
And I think it depends as well, because each aircraft is good at particular things as
Jobs,
well.
yeah.
So, you know, each
Like,
has
this
a
one's
specialty.
close air support, and it's also good. That's probably why the military love it so much as well, because it's there to support the troops on the ground.
Yeah.
So they've built like a bond with this plane because whenever they see it, they know that plane's got our back. It's legit. It's mandem.
Sorry, guys, we've got the Warthog. Let's go. Head on.
They have that, that trust in the plane.